now you can you can start.
All right, fantastic. So my name is Dimitra Vintu, actually. My artistic name is Dimidesan, but with regarding Sombria, the project that we are currently uh, working, let's say, my name is Valentina. It's a bit tricky though, because it's a bit confusing for people, but my name is Dimitra. I'm a musician, and my main thing is I'm a musician. Um, I've been quite many years now on the metal scene. Previously with Celestia, because that's how I started. Celestia was started by me and Nikos, the two main, musicians, let's say. And then it went on to the point where Sombria took place, because it's been quite a difficult project. We will talk about it. But let's say that we came to a point where everything led me here with Sombria. Let's leave it like this for now. And
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. It's very, very short. Okay. So you are the singer in Sombria, right?
right.
Okay.
And well, we, along with Raven 7, the other musician that we came up with Sombria idea, make the songs, of course.
Okay. Okay. And how long is has been Sombria around? So this is a more newer project, or how long? How
Well,
long?
officially, it started on 2019, but it's been on the back of our heads for a long time, because it's not like a project that just, woke up a day and said, oh, let's start something. No, it's been actually, it's been a very mature project, because we've been working on it for several years, let's say.
Yeah, I see. So it was a kind of brewing a little bit. It was, something under the radar was
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
Okay, okay. So a very silly question, maybe right at the first one. What does Sombria stands for? What does it mean?
In Spanish, it stands for darkness, dark, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, because I'm half Mexican, so it's a bit of a combination.
I see. So, and how did you? I mean, if you want to talk about it, maybe you don't want to. How did you end up where you are? From Mexico to you're in Finland, right? Or
Norway.
Norway? Ah, sorry. I really have a problem with putting these
Well,
things.
it's actually, don't worry. We are with Inverse Records, so that might be that's a bit tricky, because it's a Finnish label.
Okay, yeah,
So
I was something. You kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay, okay. I was thinking like sometimes I okay. Thank you for saving me here.
that's fine, because it's weird, as we are an international, let's say, project, because I live in Greece. My bandmates are in Norway, and I'm half Mexican. So everyone, it's like, where are you? Where are you from?
Okay,
It's a
okay.
bit
So
tricky.
I don't feel silly anymore that I couldn't place you.
No,
Okay.
don't worry.
So you're in
No.
Greece. Okay, okay, cool. So I mean, if you don't want to answer this, but how did you end up in Greece? This is not the most. I mean, I could see a Mexican ending up in Spain because of a non-language barrier, but Greece is not. They have even the Cyrillic alphabet, right? So it's kind of completely. It's not. I mean,
My,
if you want to talk about it, how did you end up there?
of course, because my father is Greek. I'm half Mexican,
Okay,
so
okay, of course,
that's
yeah.
why.
Okay, okay. So did you grew up in Mexico, or did you grew up in Greece right away?
it's been quite a travel because I've been back and forth all the time. So I can say that I partially grew up in Mexico and then I came here and then I went again back and forth and back and forth. It's been like
Okay, okay.
my life, it's been a travel.
Okay, I see, I see. Okay, but that's actually cool. So you got kind of, I mean, this is wow. So you got quite some influence, and you speak Spanish. I take it.
Yeah,
Uh,
cool.
you want to hear my Spanish? Una cerveza, por favor.
Ay, pero claro, es lo que
Claro.
of course,
Of course, of course. Cool. Yeah.
that would be
So
nice, no?
yeah, I'm guessing right now there's not much traveling at the moment, unfortunately. But how did you meet then all these guys if you are so far apart? I mean, you said that it was brewing for a while, and but if you, I mean, if you're physical together, then you know you hang out and you jam a little bit something. But if you're so far apart, how did it happen?
Well, it's been through friends. I know quite a few musicians, so it's been the the traveling because with my previous band we've traveled a lot, we've met a lot of people, and well, you know,
Hmm.
through acquaintances, let's say, I've met quite a few good friends, and then we said, why don't we start something uh, like Sombria? Well, I will tell you about it in more detail, but the thing is that, yeah, uh, thanks to many ideas, we came up with this. So, yeah,
Hmm.
here we are now
Okay, no, I mean it's
in Greece.
fascinating. Uh, and so who you know, as before we started talking, I didn't really know what to expect because you have quite some. How should I say? You have some your outfits. You know, you disguise yourself quite well. So I wasn't really sure if you're coming on with a disguise or something. And so who decided to go for this kind of look? You know, that is so part of your um, appearance with all these disguises.
Well, we came up with this all together. We have been talking about it in detail, and we said, well, we really want to concentrate on the music part and not to, you know, show ourselves and make a big, a big fuss of who we are, because the guys are very well known in the metal scene. So we said, just leave it like this, and we'll concentrate on this emotional project because that's how I call it.
Hmm.
It's a very emotional project. Mainly is that I can say it's not that metalized. It's a very emotional project
Hmm.
that many people can actually listen to. And yeah, we just said we'll use, we'll conceal ourselves and we'll let music take its path.
Okay, I got it. So exactly. So you want to kind of also the audience to focus on the music and not on the persons who make
Yeah.
the music. And I read in your biography also that, I mean, in the band's biography, that you know talk about some not very metal themes like child poverty and you know raising awareness for things that is kind of not you know usually if I personally think of metal, then it's kind of like, you know, whoa, you know, heroes and whatever, and fighting for to slay the dragon, or kind of, you know, more the traditional metal thing. So you have a very dark edge with darker themes. I mean, this is not unheard of in metal. Um, so
Yeah,
okay,
definitely, because we are very, let's say, sensitive, and we are very concerned of these subjects. And in the beginning, before Sombria started, we wanted to make like a movement, let's say, and try to organize some events to, to gather some uh, money for good causes. And then we said, why don't we try through music? So that's our aim to whenever we are able to go back on stage and sell our stuff and, blah, 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 make some money out of it, give a certain percentage on good causes. So that's why we are so focused on these subjects.
No, that's no, not amicable. It's a good cause. There's a better word for it, but yeah.
Let's put that. Yeah.
No, but see, that's why I ask how long you guys have been around, because you kind of really formed in 2019. So were there any live renditions from you already? I mean, did you have some live gigs in this outfit already?
No, because I was touring with my previous band, and we had quite a lot of live shows and stuff, but we were communicating with the other guys, with the musicians of Sombria, about making this happen. So we didn't have the chance to show ourselves on live, because of COVID.
Yeah, unfortunately, exactly. That's why I wanted to know, because you kind of really just got into it basically as you formed. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, I mean, let's not swear, but it's really bad. So, did you try? Oh, hello, Dimi. You got a call?
Yes, sorry.
No problem.
Then I have to shut it.
Okay.
I'm okay now?
Yeah, you're okay now. I can see you again, and everything is fine. I just wanted to know. So, did you try some some artists do online events where they do kind of and especially in your case where you're all in different hemispheres. No, do we say hemisphere in English? In different directions. So
yes, definitely, that's what we have on our minds at the moment. It's been quite a few functional issues, but we're sorting everything out, and we'll make it happen soon, because that's what everybody does, and that's the easiest thing to do at the present time.
Okay, and the promotional pictures I've seen, you came together to shoot them, or was it kind of a compository shot or something?
We were together.
Okay.
Yeah. We have to. We have to find our way. I mean, no matter how far you are, I believe that there's always, a way to make it happen, because let's say when the gigs are out and when we're free to go on live shows, we will have to be all together. So it's very important to make it clear that we're a band. It's not a solo project, because many people have asked me because they see only me. It's not a solo project. We're all together in this. So we'll work our way to be all together.
Okay, and so let's stick to this not a solo project, and I understand that, and I personally didn't thought it was a solo project, because I think on Instagram I communicated first with someone else, and then it became you, and anyway, so there was somebody else I was talking to first, but can you just walk me through how you do now music together? Because if it's not a solo project, so where does an idea start? Somebody brings a riff, and I know how things work in a normal band concept. When you go to the rehearsal space and you just riff, and then the drummer plays something. But in your case, how do you work together? And how do you decide when a song is finished? Because this is also a tricky part sometimes.
Well, we already had it finished before the COVID expansion. So we were together. I had to travel. They had to come here. So we worked as every, normal band did. We rehearsed and we wrote the music together. So yeah, it's now the issue.
Okay. So you recorded it like a normal band.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
okay, good. No, that's good for you. I have to admit, I haven't really checked, but are there any videos on out there or on its way that kind of to show more of your because I think you have kind of these. I mean, now I know what Sombria means. You have a lot of darkness in it as well. So you're kind of a gothic, but not really. You are very. What I want to say with so many words, and I say it wrong, is your music lends itself to a very beautiful video shots. Kind of. It's very cinematic. It's a big scope. What you put out there. So are there any videos out there which I missed then, or are there some in the making?
No, not yet. We have on the plans to release some making of the music videos, but not yet, because we still want to shoot some other video clips, because most of the songs will be made video clips. Mm-hmm. So that's a big project for us that we're so apart. We need to, with this project, we will, with this album, Choreograph on Day, we'll have around 6 video clips. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something we haven't said yet. I'm telling you now. So,
but I hope the world is allowed to know. But anyway, they come when they come. I guess so. Okay, six clips. It's quite a lot. So you have a concept already, and you just need to find the time and getting together to shoot them, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our issue now, but hopefully we'll be able to do it soon enough, because, well, everything has to be done now, because now it's the release was like a month ago, so slowly everything will be uploaded. Well, mm-hmm. Not that slowly, but yeah, we'll see. Time will tell us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is a more personal question, and I told you before you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But as times are a little dire right now with COVID and stuff, are you living from music? Is this your main source of income, or do you have some other work on the side?
No, of course not. Okay. Of course not. Of course, I do have another income. It's mm-hmm. very hard nowadays to do it. You know very well. Mm-hmm. I'm sure many people have already told you about it. It's almost impossible. Only if you, for example, are a photographer or a video maker or something like that, something that consists and is based on the music, mm-hmm. but not music itself. It's hard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can do it, but even the biggest of the biggest bands are suffering now. Mm-hmm. Imagine the smaller ones.
Yeah, no, but I read in your biography that the other guys, they really worked with some high up people. So for me, it's always a little bit tough to judge how well you are off. Because I talked with smaller artists, and some of them can live from it. Even they have a large following somehow, and so that's why I know it's a delicate question, but
it is. But it's mm-hmm. the truth. It's mm-hmm. the truth. Mm-hmm. Because I have spoken with many musicians, and either on a higher rank, and they say it's impossible. And mm-hmm. mainly now, I'm talking about now, not mm-hmm. before. Because, well, lives is what give, substance to live for the musicians, and nothing is going on now. Mm-hmm. So we're a bit,
Yeah. That's
in a hard position.
Exactly. You're between a hard place and a stone or something, like we say in English, like
Exactly.
a rock and a hard place. That's it, I think. Yeah, because this is what I heard too from a lot of musicians. You're absolutely right that the only way you can make money today with music is with live concerts, with ticket selling, and maybe some merchandise while you have your concert or something. But apart from this, streams, you get like 0.1 cent per something. So how are you
It's hard.
dealing with this whole, I kind of see myself a little bit critical in this part as well. But maybe we can talk about it, as you just mentioned, how hard it is. Today, kind of each artist has to a representation on Instagram and has to post something there and has to be, stay relevant, to put it this way. How are you dealing with this? Is your label helping you, or how much do you have to still do on your own?
Well, a lot. Of course, it helps in some point,
Hmm.
but we always have to work on our label. What does it actually mean, your label? You have to work it. You have to work to be, on the scene and relevant and remind your existence to people. And
Hmm.
that goes for everyone, not only musicians, artists in general, people. You have to work for it. Even if you have already established a brand, you have to work to be, on the charts.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you just fall down the cliff. Working on it, of course.
Mm. And how do you deal with it? Are you kind of taking turns in the band, or if you who's posting his dinner or lunch or whatever? So who decides what to post and when?
Well, mainly me.
Okay, you.
Because I work as a photographer. I do quite a lot of artworks. And yeah, I can say that the artistic part is on me.
Okay, okay. No, that's cool. So you're in charge here. I see.
Yes, let's say
Um,
that.
so yeah, okay. I already asked you that there was no live with Sombria yet. Um, so you're basically just waiting for that COVID is over and you can go out. And are there any concerts already booked, or is it too early to say? Because usually with a label, they release it and then they have already a tour planned, to promote it.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do, but as everything has changed, circumstances have changed, and we wanted to do so much before everything started. But now, you don't really know how to react on it. You want to book something, but
Hmm.
you're not sure that's going to work or it's
Mm.
going to be cancelled right the next day. So we are already, looking at some, festivals and stuff. But because it's going to be our first live show, it's going to be a bit hard because, on the stage you can be seen, or it has to be um, very carefully planned, let's
Hmm.
say. So it's not that easy for us to just go there and there or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah,
Somebody can take a picture and everything will be blown up in the air.
I see.
So yeah,
No, I get it. I get it because um, on one hand, you're I take it you're a seasoned performer, so it will be usually it should be a good show. But on the other hand, it's kind of your new project, and you don't really, nobody knows what to expect, and you have only one first impression you can make. So you are a little
yeah,
bit careful to do it right. I get it. I get it. So yeah, and also. Yeah, when we sorry, we're coming back to this thing. You would need to rehearse a little bit, I mean, even if you want to be yourself on stage, I take it, but you need to play off each other and have a little bit a little show,
yeah,
basically.
definitely.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's very unfortunate because you cannot even rehearse now. I mean, it's really silly if you put yourself in the camera and then when we play this song, I do this, and then I do that.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. Not impossible because, well, all the musicians are really professionals and we can put everything together easily, but it's different to do it, everyone on its own and then, be performing as a group. It's the feeling you get when everyone is together. So yeah, that's what I miss because last year I did quite a lot of live shows, and this year has been like a dive, let's say, a dive for everyone. I'm talking for all my musicians, friends, for everyone on the scene, and not only on the metal scene. It's very depressing, quite depressing. It's not only about rehearsing, it's about the contact with the people. It's really hard. It's really hard for somebody that has given all its life to the art, to the music in general. It's really hard. You feel like, inside four walls, in a box.
Yep. No, I get you. I get
contained.
you. Yeah, yes. I tried to think of something nicer, so that but at the moment what can we talk about nicer so get out of this depressing setting here?
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, you said you were last year you were playing quite some live shows. Was there some a funny thing that happened on a live show? Some funny accident or some funny stage antics? Maybe we can have a little nice thought of what happened back then. And don't tell us that you fell off a stage or something, but maybe some funny thing happened.
Funny thing. Well, we were touring with Vulture Industries. I don't know if you've heard Mother Mortem and Holheim. And we were like touring in Paris. Went to Germany. We went to a few places. And on the first day, I just fell ill, but really bad. Telling you I couldn't even speak. So that was the worst scenario I could ever have imagined, because we were so ready and stuff and we have planned everything. And that's not funny, actually. It's depressing again. I'm coming back to the depressing thing.
Perfect.
But yeah, it was funny because everyone was trying to help me, giving me solutions and, silly things. And yeah, but I ended up giving my best performances, because sometimes you feel like, it came the end, I have to give 100% of myself, and that's when you perform better. It's, it's funny and at the same time weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's the only, apart from many times being drunk and singing drunk. Yeah, that's more funny, let me tell you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, let's not talk about this. But I think what you just said, I get in a way that it's sometimes, I mean, we might, if you want, we can talk about this. It's good to have an ego, that you're kind of like, I know what I can do. I know what I can do with my voice. I can do it. I'm going out there and I will sing and it will be great. And you have like this inflated ego and everything, and you blow away things. But sometimes
it can be a disaster.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. You can be, if you're too overconfident, when you're like, I don't need this monitoring. I'm just do things.
No, you can never be overconfident on anything. I'm always mortified before every single live show. Mortified, let me tell you. And well, I believe that most people are, and more when you're trying to perform in front of a big crowd. And I don't know, I haven't met anyone being very confident of itself. Many people try, to react like, yeah, I can do it. But behind the scenes are like, oh my God, let's just do it. And it's like yeah, I have never met anyone being too confident. I don't know about you, but no.
Okay, I'm a small time performer, so for me, I'm always also like you, very excited before. I'm like, do I know my lines? I'm also an actor a little bit, so do I know my
Oh,
lines?
good.
Do I know everything? And when but
Overthinking.
yeah, I'm kind of like, it's kind of in your head, you're in the hamster wheel and like, but then the cool thing happens most of the time is that as soon as I enter the stage, when I'm getting calm, because now I'm in the role, and I'm filling the stage, and
Zen.
I'm the presence. You even if you're
Yes.
just this tiny person for the people in the last row, you can fill the whole stage with just your persona, and then I get usually quite calm. So after 5 minutes on stage, I'm in the performing mode, and then things just flow, and I we play for 2 hours or something, and then I don't know, it just kind of like puzzle pieces,
True.
everything gets together, and then it's just like a rush, and you kind of in the flow. That's the best thing. Of course, sometimes I guess the flow is kind of something happens.
Yeah, and many things can happen. I mean, many times we've had issues with, with the music or with cables or something, technical issues. So, in my point of view, the more modest you are, the better you perform, and it shows. It shows when you just try to do your best. For me, it's the best thing.
Yep. I also think it's so. See, this was kind of an interesting part with your band, because Sombria, you are the one I see, and the other ones are hidden, and we already talked about this, and in a way, I get it, and I respect it quite a lot, because, like we already established, is focus on the music, but it also gives you the advantage that you can hide. You have a shield, you can hide behind something, and you have a stage persona,
That's true.
and you have a little. How you say, armor. You have a little armor that you can kind of. This is not me. This is this other person. This is.
Exactly. Yeah,
It
you can
helps
turn
also.
into another persona. I mean, that's what I said for the guys. It's really hard. It's very nice to be hidden, concealed in a way, and turn into whatever you want, and you feel more free to do your things, not so, obsessed. Am I doing it right, or am I appearing nice, and or whatever. So yeah, you can turn into somebody else, actually.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And this helps also with the performance.
Yeah,
This is how
yeah,
I
absolutely.
how I see it.
Definitely.
As an actor, I really like to. I'm usually typecast as a bad guy. Because I can be a
No,
really bad guy.
oh dear. Sounds good.
Yeah, you will like that. Anyway, I usually play with creepy persons and stuff, but I really like it because, usually in my normal life, I'm, married, children, and whatever. And I'm usually a nice guy, but then I can be really the bad guy, and I can, and I like to let this out. I did a stunt show for quite some years, and I was always playing the bad guy, and I was beaten up in the end and stuff. But anyway, you got my point already.
Good you.
It's really nice. Thanks. Yeah, it suits me to get beaten up, right?
Huh? No, you could be the bad guy with
Yeah,
a voice and
I'm the bad guy.
fantastic. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a
Anyway,
metal voice.
yeah. Yeah. But I don't. Yeah, maybe. I'm more a gothic guy. That's how I found you, because you're in my. You came off in my gothic radar, and so I put you on my playlist because you really fit in there quite nicely. Um, and no, what I want to say. Anyway, the stage persona, in a way, you could say that you fake it a little bit, or like I rather see it that you put out, that you enhance certain certain portions of your character, because nobody is only one character. You're not good or you're not evil, you're not black or you're not white. You're an amalgamation of all these things. And
Exactly.
and on stage you can kind of bring out the in German we say Rampensau. Okay, this is it's kind of like the stage pick, who wants to be in front of everyone, and the maniac performer or something, because and when I switch it again, because it also shows that you take your audience seriously, because if you go on stage, we want a performance, we want to see someone who's most likely larger than life and something. I mean, if you are not feeling it, I don't mean that you have to do it, but I rather see someone, performing than just like standing there and, hello, we are Sombria, and the next song we sing about this and that, it's kind of, it's okay,
Dead on stage.
There's this shoegaze kind of music, and it's fine as well. We kind of do it more very toned down. But for me, I guess Lemmy Kilminster from Motorhead. He said once, these guys who are in the audience, we don't want to see the nice guy from next door. We want to see the rock. Exactly. We want to see the rocker. We want to see the bad guy. Performer. Ooh. So give them that. And anyway, so I guess you are a great performer, even if I haven't seen you yet, unfortunately.
I don't know if I'm a great performer, but it's amazing sometimes when I see, for example, a person that you couldn't tell that it's metalhead or if it's even a musician. You can think about him like being working in an office, and then when they go on stage, they are like, "Oh my God, my jaw drops."
There's something completely different.
It's
exactly.
It's like being an alter self. It's like having an alter self, which is fantastic. So yeah, I do appreciate that when it happens. And on the contrary, you see really cool guys out there, and when they go up on stage, they're like,
they fall apart.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. So boring. Yeah, you have to have it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, in a certain capacity, you can learn it. You can overcome your stage fright, and you can be a little bit more out. But if you are more introvert, you cannot really. Either you have it or you don't have it. Like you said, you also have a. You do the photographs and or you're looking at this more. I don't have this. But I'm happy that I have friends who can help me with that, because I cannot draw. My daughter can draw better than me, and she's 7. This means a lot, and so just I know my limitations, and when you get older, then of course you get the people to help you with the things you are not good at, and you focus more on your strengths. So yeah. Anyway, the point is, it's good if you have it. You can learn it to a certain extent, but it's not. If it's not given to you, then you cannot really fake it. It's where it's or it's not where. It would be nice to see. Were there any concert footage? Was it ever filmed when you were on stage? But this was with Celestial, the band before, right?
Celestia, yeah. There are quite a few footage and videos and videography and stuff. So yeah.
But this is this still around, this band, or is it defunct now that you have Sombria?
No, it's around. It's still It probably the guys will probably continue because me and Nikos left due to our reasons. And well, they decided to stay. Although all the music was written by us and the project was, let's say we started it, but anyways, Sombria was more like my own thing. Let me tell you, it's like, how how to put it into words. It's what I have always wanted. Celestia was like the beginning, but Sombria now is the more mature project, which I always wanted to make it happen. The sound is better. The music is what I want, because I am more in the goth part, not that extreme as I used to play, and very emotional, because every single song in Sombria is very strong for us, at least. But no matter what, you can understand the difference. For example, with Black December, which is my favorite song of the album, I believe that a person that is into this kind of music can understand my view. It's really, really emotional. We really tried our best to give every single song a very distinctive personality, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I get it. And this is, I guess, without knowing you.
Sorry to interrupt you. Like, parenthesis, as you get older, you know what you want in life in general and what you really want to do, and not just play whatever someone wants to give you or make you play, or that accounts to everything in life. Now we really know what we want to do. So that's why I say it's a very mature project.
No, this is completely what I got also. Yeah, because in the beginning, when you're starting out with music and you're 16, you don't know anything, and you're just happy to play in a band, and then later on you form your opinions and your decisions, and you just know what you want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
And I learned it's even easier to know what you don't want. Sometimes it's not so easy to know what you really want, but
Right.
it was a stepping stone. You got now.
Yeah.
To
Absolutely.
the
Exactly
point where you are. So it wasn't bad that you had this, and as you know, every experience is good. So even if you might have had some not so good experience, it's kind of helped you. It's back to this thing that you don't know what you know what you don't want, and this is sometimes the easier thing to know.
Exactly.
I work in IT systems and
right.
and no, just because why I'm kind of stressing this is kind of a lot of our customers don't know what we really want, so we say, please make it this and that, and then you have to kind of really get to the nitty gritty to what you really want. Is it with what you mean? And so I see it as you pointed out. It's kind of it's a new phase in your life, and you kind of found the things you really feel. And this is, of course, the most important thing for an artist, that you're really standing behind what you're doing. Because going back to the showcase, to the show element, even if you are on stage and you don't move at all, and you're just standing behind your microphone and singing it, but you mean it with full of your heart, the audience still will hear it. They can hear it in your voice. They can see it in your presence, even if you don't move. And that's why it's very important that you found what you really want to do. Because, I mean, I select the people I talk with, because I only talk with people which music I find interesting and who I think will be really interesting to talk to, because. And this means I sort out all these fake artists who are kind of just doing, this is popular at the moment, let's do this kind of. I don't care, because you can hear it right away. It's like, just do what you want and enjoy it. I mean, of course, sometimes they pay their bills with it, and it's cool, but for what? I mean, you're kind of selling out. You're selling out yourself, your soul.
Yeah, exactly. It's not original. You sometimes feel like there's so much music. For example, I put the radio, metal radio, and they play songs, and I feel like I listen to it on repetition. There is no much, originality out of it. So we have to stay, firm to our beliefs. And if you want to do something, don't try to popularize it and make it sound very, very like older bands. Because sometimes, for example,
mainstream.
Mainstream, exactly. Many friends say that, oh, for example, I want to be the next Nightwish. And if you listen to that song, it's like a band imitation, a Nightwish imitation. Why are you doing it? Nobody's going to appreciate
A carbon
it.
copy of something that's already
Just
there.
do what you want to do. And many people do have good ideas, but they say they're not very, they don't believe in themselves, and they say that's not going to be likable. Nobody ever going to like it. No, just do it, and you will see that it's going to be more appreciated than all the rest of the boring songs you hear. Anyway, just our point of view.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm completely with you because, I'm also a radio DJ, and I have a weekly radio show where I kind of showcase the music I like, and it goes. I have a very vast genres from pop music to industrial metal, everything gothic.
Okay.
So this is
Cool.
it's a mixed bag what I do, and what I and here just to give you my 2 cents on the thing. I mean, be original. That's absolutely it. Be yourself. Do the music you want. And I really appreciate that. But sometimes, and this is what I also wanted to say. Sometimes I also like, of course, if I like gothic music, and sometimes I hate it when I start a song and I already know where it will go. There's a chord progression and there is this and that, and then it's really boring. I can foresee it. After 2 seconds, I know exactly what will happen. It's really boring. But, and that's the point I want to make. Sometimes I even like it, even I put it on and I know exactly where it's going, but it's so well done and it's so, it still has some originality, and even, kind of, there's still blues is around, blues is so simple. It's the scheme, but still there's blues bands around and who make it interesting. That's my point, that you can kind of use, a really tried and an old formula and make it still fresh. So,
You have to know how to do it, though. It's not a very good formula for everyone. The recipe is very well hidden. So, because we had a conversation with someone lately about it, and he said, well, I'm making a song that sounds like them, and I'm afraid that people won't appreciate it. And I said, well, it depends. It depends. And let me listen to it. So I listened to it. And it was like so masterfully done that it actually didn't even, it didn't even sound like that kind of band that wanted to imitate. So you have to know what to do, and you have to have the experience, because, well, experience makes the master. And that's why for example, when I listen to big bands, and, well, obviously they have the experience, they have the people, and blah, blah, blah. They know how to do it. Unfortunately, that's the truth. The more experienced you are, it doesn't matter if you have the talent, because you can have talent, but you have to have the experience as well. You have to have worked on it. And the more you work, the better you become. You have to have the experience and the skills, and well, the art, the capacity, and the skills.
Yeah,
it's a combination of factors.
As you were talking, I was thinking about it. I think what it's important is, like you are doing right now with Sombria, you find your own voice first, kind of making the things you love, and having your original songs, and then later on you could maybe do a cover and make it in your own Sombria way, that once you have found your way in doing it, and it will be something added, something new, something more, like Rammstein covered Stripped from Depeche Mode. You still can hear the original, but it's also very Rammstein, so this is what I mean, we dissect it. It's still there in the core, but it's not but it's still it could be a Rammstein song. That's my point, you know. And this is what you are. I think you're doing right. That you strive to find your own voice and your own footing in also in the industry and in your niche you are in.
And not only that, it can be bad on the one hand, because trying to do something new, something that hasn't been heard that much, it means that not many people will like it. But we don't really care as long as we do what we like, and we're not striving for people to be, you know, acceptable and to be accepted. No, we just want to do what we want to do. What we started, you know, not with music, but with our purposes. It's not only about music, it's about the purpose you're writing for. Why are you doing this? You're writing music to fulfill what? Yourself, to feel more accepted by yourself, because that's what happened with people. They want to be shown, they want to be accepted by everyone. Well, it's not that. We've been through that, actually, because here in Greece we have our people. We have, you know, made some you know, some acquaintances, and people know us, let's say. But we don't really care, because when we stopped with our previous band, it was like, why did you do it? And why are you doing that? And why you want to change your style? And they weren't that accepted. They just didn't accept it very well, our change. So it could have stopped us and continue to do what we wanted, what we started doing, but we just didn't care.
And
that's
this is
a very difficult thing to do.
It's a difficult thing, but I think it's a right thing to do, because it's back to this. If you're not standing behind your music, you know, sooner or later people will notice, because it's important that you embody what you're doing. And if you're not feeling it anymore, as stupid as it sounds, you know, like then it's fake and it's not good. And I mean, you still can perform it well, and you still, you know, make a nice show. You're going through emotions, but you don't feel it, and it will make you hollow. It will make you unhappy, and that's exactly. And what I was thinking as you were saying it, you know, the worst thing what can happen to not the worst thing, but one of the bad things what can happen to an artist is like he or she makes music like, oh yeah, it's okay. You know, it can play in the elevator, it can play wherever, you know, it doesn't hurt anyone, nobody gets offended by it. You know, this is if you really take art seriously, it should kind of rub you a little bit. It should kind of get you out of your comfort zone and make you think or make you feel something, make you emotional, you know. That's exactly the wrong thing to do. That is like, oh yeah, this can be on the mainstream radio. It can play in a shopping center, and, you know, nobody will, you know, old ladies can listen to it, and young children and something, you know, it makes it worthless. In a way, you know, it makes it.
Exactly. If you have lost your primary purpose, why you started doing it, if you can't remember why, then just stop doing it. It's like being in a job that you are miserable. I know sometimes you have to do it because that's your livelihood. But when I'm talking about music, it's your choice. It's something that you create, so you have to be on your 100% sure of what you're doing. If you have, you know, second thoughts, just change what you're doing, because you're not going to create good stuff. It's pointless.
Exactly, and the audience will notice that, you know. I mean, there's you can get pushed, you know, by your label and by some nice shiny videos or whatever, and promotion and things. But in the end, you know, once we are out of this Corona stuff, and you're out, and people will see you, and we can feel, you know, we can still feel. Oh, she's not really in it, and you know, and this is, and it's also not fun for you, you know. It's kind of. why would you fake it? Like you said, the thing where you didn't feel well or something, and it was one of your best performances and stuff. Of course, you have days where you don't really feel like it, or
Oh
you're
yeah,
under
of
the
course.
weather, and you're not really. Oh, I don't want to go on stage now. I don't feel like it. But once you're there, that's I guess
Yeah,
you can
everything changes.
everything because you're like, okay, these guys, they paid money to see me. They're here now, and they're chanting,
Yeah,
and so I will give my best. And afterwards, you fall together. You're like, oh,
yeah,
I'm
in
done.
pieces,
But
exactly.
but your adrenaline, and for this moment, you give them what we are here for, and you
Yeah,
feel it, and this is also. That makes it fun.
yeah.
You're not doing it for. Just recently, I talked with another band who doesn't want to go on live. I was like, oh man, guys, you're really
They
missing
don't want
out.
to go live.
No, we just want to do a studio project and do just studio stuff, not going live. And I'm like, oh man, this is the best part of doing music, to present it to other people. And as you said earlier, this is also a very good point. You have to like your music first, and
Yeah,
if other like it doesn't matter. As long as you are happy with it, everything is correct, because there is no right or wrong in music. You can run in every direction. It's okay. It's just if you like it or not. And the chance, if you like it, is that other will like it as well. And
yeah.
even if they are not into this, I can relate a personal story here that. I told you that I did this stunt show for a while. This was medieval sword fighting. I did in medieval markets and stuff. And I really don't like medieval music because it's so boring. The bagpipes and always the same stuff. And I'm like, oh, I cannot hear this anymore. But if you really do it well, and if you're really in the mood, and I was on a lot of these medieval fairs and stuff. I was dancing like hell to this stuff because it was so fun, and the guys were just in it and really
So
feeling it,
good,
and yeah, exactly so. And there was a fire, and everything was just perfect. And
so fun.
uh, but my point is, I don't like this music, but it was done so well that
Yeah,
you just grabbed me, and I just
under the
couldn't
perfect circumstances,
I
everything
couldn't
can
resist.
be good.
Exactly. That's a.
Yeah,
I would never seek out to see a medieval band, or to see a ska band, or whatever, or a reggae band. But if I hit them,
yeah,
if I go there, and I'm pretty sure I would like it. I would go with it
yeah.
if they're good, if they're really feeling it. There's bad bands as well. We don't have to talk about this. Um, but this is the point. If
That's
you
true.
if you make it live, if you really make it your own, I would even listen to jazz or something. This is not the thing I would seek out. But if I
Yeah,
can get the connection, the energy, what you have there, I'm open minded
yeah,
enough to just go with it. And
yeah.
so we are going back
Right.
to the thing that if you are honest with yourself, and you are, and with the others, and you just really feel it, and even the people who say, oh, why don't you do this anymore, like what we did before, we can. I'm pretty sure we can appreciate it once you are out there and show them what you really mean, and how much it fills your heart with joy that you kind of doing the things you really feel. That's the
That's
most
very
important
true.
thing.
That's very true.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I don't. We are reaching the hour mark, and usually I'm going for about an hour. So if you want, we can go on a little bit. If you want to tell some stories or some advice for the people out there, or I mean, we already talked about what to expect from Sombria. You're just on pause mode like everyone else in this world at the moment, but at least there's light at the end of a tunnel. In UK we started with the vaccination, and United States will start, and I heard in Canada we shipped things. So slowly we will get out of it, and I hope by summer
Well,
next
I
year.
heard, I heard in Germany things are not going that
Uh,
well.
No, not at all, not at all. We have tomorrow the hard lockdown will start. Everything will close. Everything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
the schools are
crazy.
closed, and even the playgrounds are closed. You're not allowed to go there anymore. It's really, it will be
Oh,
terrible.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's
So
terrible. It's supposed to be getting better, not worse. I don't know. I have many feelings about this. I believe that in the following year, something new will come because this feels like a giant experiment for me. I've talked with people that have said that this is fun because it's something that they have never experienced and you
they
only see
said
it in
it's
movies. And I
fun.
was like, fun? Are you serious? What are you talking about? People are dying up there. But yeah, what I want to say is that everyone has its own point of view, its own weird thoughts
Hmm.
about this COVID situation. And starting from good thoughts to the worst of the worst, I've heard so many pessimists that it's coming, the end is coming, we're going to die all together. It's like crazy.
Hmm.
And I don't know what to believe anymore. Everyone is, it's in, I don't know. It's crazy.
Hmm.
You never expected to live something like this. That's true. We have never expected to live a pandemic that big, and thankfully, it's not that that I forgot the word. It doesn't kill that much.
Hmm.
It's not that. It comes in Spanish. It comes in Greek. Can remember the word in
Say
English.
it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish. I want to hear it in Spanish.
Ah, no es tan grave, no es tan.
Es ist
Now
nicht
I
so.
forgot something.
It's not so uh, so hard, so harsh, so.
It's so harmful. It doesn't kill that
Mhm.
much. No,
It's
I
just
forgot
very
it.
contagious. The problem is it doesn't kill so
Yeah,
many. It's just very
but it is
contagious.
very contagious.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yep.
imagine if that was Ebola
Hmm. Yep.
instead of COVID, we will all be dead.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't
Mm.
know. We will see how it goes, but still, we do have a few months ahead
Yeah.
before this
Yeah. A
ends.
few hard months, and but okay. I still want to let's try to end this on a positive note. The
Yeah.
positive thing I still can see is that in a way I hope that people will appreciate, live music much more because we are living in a more secular world, and in the past, people would congregate in churches and sing together hymns and stuff, and now we have the concerts where we can dance together and we can sing and shout and congregate, almost like a religious feeling
Yeah.
together if it's really well done. So my hope is that people will appreciate us more, that we just don't take it as a given that we can just go to a concert. At least I will try my best to, I told you I have, dark wave, gothic, and industrial. That's kind of my main stuff I really like. But I will try to
Fantastic.
go to everything that I at least a
Yeah.
little bit like, to support my local scene, to
Support. Yeah.
show, presence and appreciation that people go out and do something.
Yeah.
Uh,
You live in a very good country regarding the Gothic music. That's one thing I wanted to say because
Wave Gothic Treffen. Have you been there in
of
Leipzig?
course,
Of course.
my favorite. And hopefully I'll be able to attend it. I don't believe this year, next year. But because of the big Gothic community in Germany, I would say that Sombria is more into the Gothic uh, kind of music than in the metal.
Hmm.
So I'm going to talk about the Gothic scene here in Greece, which is almost none.
Hmm.
And if this COVID situation goes on, I believe that before we can support live shows. There will be no festivals, events, or places to go to, because I've heard so many people close its shops and live stages, and that's very scary. Many stages are closing. So yeah, hopefully new ones will open, but it's dreadful. It's dreadful because we live in a small country. Greece is a small country. We have many people who love Gothic music, metal music, but we don't have that many venues. And this situation, I don't know how they are going to survive, because now the very modern things is, like you said, the live streaming and the live, I don't know how they are called, live streaming.
Just streams, yeah.
I do believe that this is the future now. Even next year, and when this ends, this will continue, because I've heard, as you said, some bands, friend of mine, they said that's so easy to do. That's so, you can go to a stage, book a stage, be by yourself, and you don't have any issues. If something goes wrong, you can play it again, and it shows like it's live, but it's not live. And this is something new that works, and I believe that will continue to exist. So I'm quite thoughtful of how things are going to go regarding the venues and all that. I don't know if people will really go to live appearances as much as they used to. I don't know.
Okay, this is of course just my hope that we do, and I think you're right. There will be more acceptance for online streaming, and this is also a cool thing, especially, I mean, you're in Greece now, I'm here in Germany, and we're talking with each other. That's really cool. And
easy.
It's easy, and I was even approached by a band who does a world tour, basically, but all online, So we have different gigs. We play in different songs. It's cool, So I think there will be this, but I also think live shows will be live shows, because what I'm thinking is like, look, there is still Shakespeare is played on stages, on theater stages, by people who go there. And we have movies and cinemas around for a long time, and still people like the real thing, So maybe not all of them. I get it, But still, there's opera houses still built, or concert houses. And yeah, thank God, exactly. Because it's still something different to have it live, So
it's completely different.
It's exactly, and there will be
experience.
But for me, it was very surprising as vinyl came back. Vinyl records and stuff. Yeah. But there is people who love vinyl. And even now, I don't know if you if you know this, I was absolutely blown away. People even bring out cassettes now. Cassettes.
I know. That's what we were planning actually to do.
Really?
Either cassette or vinyl.
Really? It's and this is kind of furthering my point that there is a niche or a market for everything, and there's some people who really want to have a live thing, and then later on they can hang out with you and get an autograph or just talk with you and share a little sentiment or something.
Yeah.
And so I think there will be everything, because on the other hand, I also get it, people can stay at home and watch it on their big screen and have a really good feeling. And yeah, and I saw, there was this movie about Wacken. I guess you know Wacken as well. This here the German festival, and it was shown in the cinemas. And I watched it, and it was really good. It was fun because you had you had the Wacken kind of experience, of course not the real experience, without all the dirt and stuff, and without standing in line in front, to go to the toilet or something, yeah, or to get a beer or something.
But even that, it's fun for people who enjoy, going to lives and stuff, because it's part of the game. The difficulty being in a huge festival and trying to, it's fun in a way. It's fun with all its difficulties.
And don't forget, there's also the human side of it.
Yes.
But how can you meet someone new if you go to an online streaming concert and you're sitting at home? If you go out. Exactly. You find new people. You find, oh man, you like this music too. Hey, I like your T-shirt and I like that. Or you bump into someone and stuff. There couldn't be even love happening. Who knows? But this doesn't happen on your. You can go scroll through Tinder, I guess. But this is a different conversation. We don't go in there. Yeah.
It's very miserable. It can work. You can work with this, but in the end, it just feels empty in a way. I don't know. It's like working on something, not music. I don't know. It's weird.
That's a good point. Also, just think about it. When you have, just imagine you have a live stream and you're really, oh, this is great and I'm into it. And then it's over and you're alone. If you're in a real concert and you're really into it, and then you have thousands of people, exactly, and you have thousands of people to share this moment with and say, oh, this was so great and stuff. Let's go and hang out, have a beer and have a burger or something, just and then you see how sad this is. You're at home and it's cool that we have it, but it's not. Now that we talk about it, it's not replacing the real thing. It's not really replacing the real thing.
In any way.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good alternative for the time being. But that's it. That's the only thing I can say. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And especially for you guys, with Sombria, you can like we talked earlier, you can kind of practice together on some live streams. I mean, first off, without any audience, and then later you can put in some audience and you stream it live. And when people, you get some feedback already, and you can kind of hone your skills and get better at your performance and playing together and doing all this. And then you go on a real stage, and then you're kind of already, you're done, you're pumped up.
Yeah. Exactly. And see the acceptance of the people mainly. Definitely. Well, it works for us because, nobody will be able to accidentally, see any of the members because, on the live concert,
it could happen. Yeah.
Masks can just fall and it's difficult. So all these small details, we have to plan it very carefully. Yeah. But we'll make it work eventually.
Okay. No, but let's maybe end on this because this was a positive ending now. There will be live shows and they will be great. There will be great. Yeah. There will be sweat and tears and blood. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Fantastic. Hopefully soon.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your insights and your time with me. So you're also it's evening at your place as well, right? We're in the same time zone. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we're on the same thing now. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. The pleasure was all mine.
Fantastic. So we'll keep you updated.
Exactly. I wanted just to say, keep me updated. Send me your songs and also let me know when I can see you live. Because the best thing would be, of course, VGT, Wave Gothic Treffen.
Germany is in our plans.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. You would, it's kind of like a home run in Germany because I think your music is very much liked here. So
yeah, I do believe we'll have a tour hopefully very soon because we love Germany. And some guys are half Germans. Well, one guy's half
Okay,
German.
don't tell anything. I don't want to pry.
Let's leave it like this.
Exactly.
We have a small, touch of Germany, so definitely we'll do something there. So wait for us.
Yes, we will. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Have a lovely evening.